My name is Andreas Lieberoth, and I'm the scientist behind all the psych stuff that you find on studentresearcher.org.
And I'm Simon Enni, and I'm the lead developer on our new game. Have you ever wondered if cat people are smarter than dog people?
Or if there might be a relationship between autistic traits and getting addicted to games. Psychologists use statistical tests to figure these things out. First, we get information out in the real world.
Then we take those numbers and see how they fit together. We can compare groups like cat people and dog people on IQ tests or gaming skills, and look for things that rise and fall together, eating cake and obesity, for example.
Did you know that when there's a lot of road rage, ice cream sales tend to skyrocket? Now, that's not because people get a craving for chocolate and vanilla whenever they've been in a fist fight on the highway. That's because both of them go up during the summertime when it's very hot. Now, the game actually works in pretty much the same way as statistical software like SPSS or R, which is really hard to learn, and I had a ball trying to figure out when I was a grad student. We just stripped away all the nasty maths, all the formulas, and just made it a drag and drop interface, which means that you can get right into the funny stuff.
Right, so what I have here is the interface for a very early version of this game. To the left we have some statistic variables, and to the right we have a description of our model and the level. We also have some tools to infer relationships with. What I want to know here is I want to see if I can infer some kind of relationship on increase of knowledge in quantum mechanics. This data is from a survey we made with the other project, Quantum Moves, at studentresearcher.org. So I drag increase in knowledge of quantum mechanics to the board, and because I'm greedy, I'd like to see if time used weekly on games has some kind of causal relationship with increase in quantum mechanics knowledge. I'll try to make a causality. The size and the color of the arrow infers how good the relationship is. This is thin and red. That's a bad relationship. Well, okay, let's do something else. Maybe an interest in physics made people learn more about quantum mechanics. Let's see. This is much better. This is a thick green arrow. Let's keep this one. But I'm not completely done yet. Maybe an understanding of an increase in physics interest might infer some kind of relationship. Let's see if we draw an arrow here. Right, that one's also thick and green, but it changed the other one. That might indicate that an interest in physics somehow has an effect through an increase in physics interest. Let's see if we can draw a causality between these two. That's right, another green thick arrow. Let's get rid of the red arrow now, because red arrows indicate a very low statistic significance. We don't want any of that. Let's see if we can remove this one. Okay, what we have is a model right now. I want to extend it a little, because an understanding of quantum computation from our discussion at the survey might actually correlate with an increase in physics interest.
What Simon's actually doing right now is building a hypothesis about relationships between psychological stuff and doing things in the real world.
So let's try to see if there's a correlation. And indeed there is. It's not as good a correlation as some of the other causalities we try to infer, but it's good enough. Right now I have a model I'm pretty satisfied with, so let's click the evaluate button and see how good it is as a whole. So right now it's evaluating each of the paths between the variables, and it's giving us a score accordingly. This model has a huge effect size, and it's actually worth a lot of points, enough to win.
So when we go live with this game, which is going to look completely different, it's going to be much more fun. There are going to be a lot more crazy stuff going on than just dragging and dropping post-its. You'll be able to learn about the techniques that psychologists, social scientists, and even market researchers use to predict the behavior of real people in the real world. You can also collect your own data. and you can improve on the theories that other players put on this platform. Who knows? Maybe you will help us make a good, big scientific discovery.